It is the year 1919 in New Orleans, and newborn jazz is rocking its own cradle down in the levees and bayous of Louisiana. On Thursday, March 13th of the same year, the local paper, the Times-Picayune, and the New Orleans Police Department both receive a letter. The only return address provided is hell. The salutation: Esteemed mortal,
they have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether that surrounds your earth. I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleanians and your foolish police call the Axeman. When I see fit, I shall come and claim other victims. I alone know whom they shall be. I shall leave no clue except my bloody axe, besmeared with blood and brains of he who I have set below to keep me company. Undoubtedly, you Orleanians think of me as a most horrible murderer, which I am. But I could be much worse if I wanted to. If I wish, I could pay a visit to your city every night. At will, I could slay thousands of your best citizens, for I am in close relationship with the angel of death. Now, to be exact, at 12:15 earthly time, on next Tuesday night, I am going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I am going to make a proposition to you people. Here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is in full swing at the time I have just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then so much the better for you people. One thing is certain, and that is that some of your people who do not jazz it on Tuesday night, if there be any, will get the axe. Well, as I am cold and crave the warmth of my native Tartarus, and it is about time I leave your earthly home, I will cease my discourse, hoping that thou wilt publish this, that it may go well with thee. I have been, am, and will be the worst spirit that ever existed in either fact or the realm of fancy. Signed, the Axeman.
At the time, the Axeman of New Orleans had claimed 8 lives, all killed with axes belonging to the victims themselves, found on their very own properties. The newspapers published the Axeman's missive, and on that Tuesday night, March 19th, 1919, all New Orleans dance halls were filled to capacity, and jazz could be heard in the streets and at hundreds of parties around town. Jazz poured out of windows. It echoed off the mighty Mississippi and skipped like pebbles across Lake Pontchartrain. The streetcars thrummed on their wires, swaying to the vibrations and rambling layers of music that whirled through the city. There were no murders that night. The Axeman was never caught. He is long gone now. But tonight, dear listeners, let's not tempt fate. Please join me beneath a warm shroud of Crescent City jazz. Will the heat of a brass band droning a drowsy syncopated tune save you from the chilly, ghostly shadows creeping toward you? Stroll with me through the Big Easy, and we'll find out. And laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. This is Fireside Mystery Theater. The Big Easy, the Crescent City, the city that care forgot, where Creole babies with flashing eyes softly whisper their tender sighs, way on yonder down in New Orleans. Good evening, kind listeners. Tonight, we will take a drowsy visit to the land of dreams in order to find a few new nightmares to add to our growing collection. After all, since New Orleans is said to be the most haunted city in America, we were pretty confident that we could find an embarrassment of riches. How lucky we were. Tonight's first tale is a tale of murder, mystery, and maleficence. It's called A Closer Walk with Thee. I hope those of you listening at home have turned out the lights.
What's all this? Where do you get your gumption coming in here uninvited into my sitting room and fiddling with my Victrola? I ought to cane you with Abel.
Hey, now.
Myrtle? Myrtle, where are you?
Well, Mother said I ought to be here.
Hush, Leroy.
I had to be here.
It was the only way to get your attention, Aunt Azalea. Myrtle, tell everyone to come in, please.
Yes, Aunt Gladys.
Gladys? I don't know anyone by that name.
It's me, Aunt Azalea. Gladiola. People call me Gladys these days. You remember me, don't you?
Gladys. I know Gladiola quite well. Gladys, on the other hand, all the women in this family is named for flowers and blossoms. Where's this Gladys come from?
With due respect, Aunt Azalea, some of those old flower names are a little out of step with the times. Come on in, everyone. Don't be shy. Myrtle, would you tell them to come in now? There's room for everyone to stand in here.
What? What you say? What's happening here? Why all these people fumbling about outside my sitting room?
They are not just any old people, Aunt Azalea. They are all the members of your family. Our family.
Family? Since when?
Come on in.
I don't recognize nobody. Nobody I could see.
You must know some of them. Come in, I said, everyone. Come in. It's just that so many years have passed, and a lot of the ones you saw as children, well, they've all grown up. Oh, well, there's Francis. You remember little Jake. And here's Daisy. Get in there. They all know you.
Little Jake, I think, rings something of a bell.
Well, he always brought you your beignet and coffee on Sunday mornings. You remember that?
Ah, yes. Yes. Little scoundrel. I always notice there's a big bite taken out of my beignet when you drop it in my lap.
Come on, everyone. Come into the room so Auntie Azalea can see us all. Stop being so sheepish now. Get in here.
Why is everyone here? Is it my birthday? Oh, Lord Almighty, can't remember when my own birthday is anymore. How old am I anyway? After I turned 97, I just stopped counting.
You're 97 years old. Oh, sorry, 106 years old, Auntie.
And thank you, Myrtle, but today is not your birthday, Azalea.
106? You sure about that? Well, I guess that sounds about right.
Yes, you've outlived my mother and dad and my grandparents. Great-grandma never even had as many years as you. You're the absolute last person alive from your generation.
So why all these people here today? What could be the reason, I wonder?
You've lived a long time, Aunt Azalea, and during that time, good fortune has always smiled upon you.
Good fortune? You say good fortune? Any of you know anything of my troubles? The tragedies I have endured, the despair, the heartbreaks, the death and misery? I have survived floods and fires, plagues and persecution.
And you are still worth a considerable amount of money. You own every piece of property on this side of the street. You live very comfortably, while all of us, well, we're
Look,
just...
there's a depression going on, Auntie. We're all doing our best, and so many of us in the family's going hungry. I can't find any work for myself right now.
I already doled out huge sums of money to all your mamas and papas, so you must have squandered it all.
Oh, but that was so many years ago. Oh.
No matter. Your parents and your grandparents were a much nobler breed than the unfortunate rabble they spawned.
Well, now, that is hurtful.
No, I'll tell you what hurtful is. Hurtful is neglect. Being neglected. I never see any of you around here. None of you come here unless you want something. What do I get? Not even a Christmas card.
Well, Cousin Myrtle has taken very good care of you since Norma passed on.
Yes, she has. I will grant you that.
Oh, thank you, Auntie.
But the rest of you...
Well, next to you, Aunt Azalea, I am currently the oldest family member, so I have called together the whole clan to meet with you here today.
Myrtle, why didn't you tell me about this?
Oh, it was the only way. You never wanted any visitors.
Well, now you can see why, can't you? Everyone, I must ask y'all to leave.
No. We are not leaving. Not until we have spoken our piece.
I didn't realize we was in the town hall.
Auntie Azalea, darling, Auntie Azalea.
I think I could tell you where this foul smell coming from. It's money y'all after. Don't y'all worry, this is Louisiana. All you got to do is wait. I got no say in the matter. Law says when I go, all you scallywags be able to suckle away on my fortune automatically. When I go, that is, if I don't spend it all first.
Well, you have lived such a long time. Don't you think for a moment that we don't know how you've managed to live so long?
My tried and true beauty secrets, you mean? Yes, indeed, Gladiola dear. I plan on sticking around for as long as I feel like it. Maybe I'll just keep on living another 106 years. And then again, maybe I won't. I must say, despite your pesky presences, there's still so much I come to relish in this twilight of my life. I just adore that delicious hot jazz music and a nice piping hot etouffee for supper. No, I'm not ready to forego those earthly pleasures yet.
And at what price have you paid to keep enjoying those pleasures, Aunt Azalea?
Price? I'm not sure what you mean, Gladiola. I just learned to make my life my own. Know what I mean by that? Of course you don't. Well, that was something my old friend Marie Laveau never understood either. But she didn't have that same old joie de vivre that I have.
I know there's some magic, some voodoo involved here, Aunt Azalea.
Here, now, let's not rattle them up, please.
We all know about your little room upstairs, your secret room.
And what do you know about that, child? Do tell me. Do tell me what's in that room you know so much about. Has Myrtle told you, perhaps?
Oh, I ain't told him anything, ain't Azalea. I swear it.
Shut up, Myrtle.
Mother, look. I told you this was a bad idea. We're all just a little touchy up here.
Everyone just calm down and clam up for a moment. Aunt Azalea, you have lived a very long, full, and wonderful life. You have seen it all, done it all, lived through it all. Don't you think it's fair and right that we, your kin, your own flesh and blood, have as much of a chance to enjoy life as you have, as much as you do? All we're trying to say is that it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right for you to let go.
Oh.
We want you to know that it's okay.
No.
It's okay, dear.
No. How could you?
Everyone join hands with me.
Oh, please. Please stop.
Just right, that's right. Just like I showed you outside. Join hands. Family. I'll do the talking.
But I don't want to go now.
It's what's best for the family, Aunt Azalea.
You realize what you're doing, don't you?
It's all right. You can let go now.
You too, Myrtle?
I'm sorry, please. Auntie, just do as we ask.
I can feel all of your eyes, your blackened hearts, your hatred, your foul souls. I prefer that one of you just sink a hatchet into my chest.
Our will is strong and right and true. Release your grip, Aunt Azalea. Release your grip. When I blow out this candle, you will lose all claims to this mortal coil.
I'm sorry, Auntie.
Wait. Before you blow out that candle,
Yes,
honor my last request.
of course.
Anything you want, Aunt Azalea.
I want a grand funeral. The grandest funeral this parish ever seen. A funeral with the music I love so much.
You shall have it.
Ask for Captain Saranac. Seek him out. You tell him it's for me. He knows me well. It's his band I want playing at my funeral. It's his music I want us to dance to the grave with.
I'm sure I can find him there.
It's so little to ask.
You do that for me then,
Yes,
will you?
of course we will, dearest. It's a promise. And now that candle.
I took care of it.
We have our funeral band?
For sure, for true, yes.
Well, so you found this Captain Saranac?
No, I ain't. I just gone down to the fireman down the road. They all keen to do it. Lowest price, too.
No, we can't have that. No, that wasn't a wish.
Oh, what difference does it make? She's dead.
It was her last wish. We said we would do it. It's the right thing to do.
Now, I don't recall taking any oath, Myrtle.
Oh, it's the very least we could do after all.
Now, I understand how you feel,
You
but...
don't understand. I was the one who took care of her. She trusted me, and I
Betrayed her. Myrtle. Now, you mustn't feel that way, my dear.
I can't help it.
Look, Myrtle, you were more like her prisoner than her servant. You sacrificed most of the best years of your sweet little life to care for her. You're going to get a lot out of this. You deserve it. More than anybody, I would say.
Betrayal is betrayal. And we all know, you know, Aunt Azalea was someone no one ever wanted to cross.
Now, look here. I'm not going to go for any of this. Saints, none of this daggone nonsense. It's nothing but that. Nonsense. We went into that secret little room of hers.
I wish you hadn't have done that.
Oh, and why? Leroy broke that door down, and you saw for yourself.
There's nothing in there but an old wooden chair and a lamp on a nightstand. Nothing else. Nothing, I tell you.
Oh, would you be a good boy and get that, Leroy?
Of course, Mother. Yes, sir? Well, how can I help you? Sir?
I come a-calling on behalf of your dear departed Aunt Azalea.
Well, thank you, sir. Were you a friend of Aunt Azalea's?
I received word of Azalea's passing. I traveled from a long way to meet y'all here on this doorstep there.
Invite him in, Leroy. Where are your manners, boy?
No, yes. Come on in here, sir.
Thank you. That's all right. I'll stand right here. I won't be long at all.
What can we do for you, Mr.
Saranac. Captain Saranac, if you please, ma'am.
Oh, Mr. Captain Saranac. Oh, I'm quite sorry, Captain. We already hired a funeral band for tomorrow, sir.
Oh. Well, then, you must unhire them, then, sir.
Unhire him? We can't do that.
Neither of us has any choice in the matter, son. We are bound by our word, are we not? I gave my word to Azalea many, many years ago. I understand that the family here did the same.
Now, I'm sorry, Captain. You must understand.
Wasn't it you who was supposed to come looking for me now? Why is it that I've had to come calling on you this way?
Murder. But Captain Saranac, I'm very sorry. I can't hire your band. I've already paid the other band.
Now, when was money ever brought up here? I tell you what, son. You tell that other band that they ain't needed for tomorrow. You tell them that a mistake was made. You tell them my name. They will understand. They will return your money to you, and my band will be waiting for you tomorrow outside St. Marguerite's after the service. And when I strike up my band with my snare drum, we will fill the air with the music your auntie loves so. And you will follow us, and you will dance the dance. And we will lead you all the rest of the way.
That's fine, Captain Saranac. We will do as you ask, and thank you for coming all this way. I apologize on behalf of my son who bungled the whole matter. If I may ask, what is your fee?
Fee? This is our gift to Azalea, and our gift to you as well. Good day, folks. I'll be seeing you tomorrow morning.
Well, thanks for scapegoating me, making me the heavy mother.
Well, it serves you right, being so lazy about everything. That was very awkward and uncomfortable, and all you had to do to keep from putting us in that position
Did you
was
notice what I noticed?
Yeah, you're right. Well, he was an old fella for true.
What did you notice, Myrtle?
His eyes. I watched him real close. He never blinked his eyes once the whole time. Not once.
Leroy, would you hand me my parasol, won't you? Oh, my word, it is blazing out today.
Here you are, Mother.
Thank you. Myrtle, you're going to need to fix your dress before we begin the procession.
Yes, Aunt Gladys.
Would you wipe your brow, dear? You're just perspiring like a river.
Oh, it's not. From the heat, I feel cold. So cold.
Oh, enough of that, Myrtle. We're doing everything just as she wished.
The whole family's here. Look at them. What a large clan we are. Don't we all look so fine in our Sunday best?
Oh.
And Azalea couldn't have asked for a better funeral. Look, there's the captain. He's motioning to the band.
Just hush.
It's time. It's time to dance the dance, Mother. Lead the way. You first.
Well, I'm not that much of a dancer, but... Oh.
But what's wrong?
I just must have caught the spirit. Oh, yes. So strange. So strange, but... It feels good. Oh, really good. Oh, that music. That music, it really casts a...
Mother! I've never seen you dance that way before. Maybe tone it down a little.
Oh, join me, son. Feel the music.
It is quite strange. I never noticed how strange that music can be, but it is beautiful. So stirring.
Dance the dance, Leroy.
Surrender to it for Aunt Azalea.
Oh, dance with us. Come now. Oh, look at all the family. They're here. Daisy and Clark and Andrew. Oh, there's Cosmo and little Jake. Oh, we're all dancing.
I won't start jazz music at a funeral was sort of distasteful, but
it's the least we can do for Paul. Aunt Azalea, dance the dance. Dance with us.
Can't you see? I am dancing.
Oh.
I can't seem to stop. I mean, I wanna stop.
But you can't.
Oh, it feels so good. I don't mind the heat anymore.
What?
Oh, not a bit.
Why can't I stop? I can't stop moving.
Oh, we must follow the band. Follow them to the end.
Officer, if you don't mind.
This is a crime scene, sir. I'll have to ask you to move along.
I'm with the Times-Picayune. Bud Felsen, crime reporter, see? I'm just trying to get a handle on what happened here.
Look, we can't have you hanging all over us right now.
That's the fifth stiff you pulled out of Lake Pontchartrain. What is going on? Come on, you can tell me. Off the record.
Off the record? And off the record costs you $5. Why, thank you. I tell you, I ain't never seen nothing like this. Looks like a whole family of them in there, drowned together, all in their Sunday best.
I told you. I saw it.
What did you see?
Oh, ignore this bum. We all heard this mumbo-jumbo already. He ain't been sober since Taft was president.
I seen it. It's true. You don't have to believe me, but it's true, I tell you.
What did you see, sir?
I saw them. Men and women. Must have been 40 of them, maybe more. They was dancing.
Dancing?
Yeah. Like they do at a funeral with that music. I could hear music loud and clear, but I didn't see no band or nothing, nowhere.
Oh, shut up and move along, Rummy, before I...
Wait. Just let him finish.
Yeah. And, well...
Yes?
They just danced. Danced to the end of the pier, and there was something else. All of them. One by one. It was like
rats. Following the Pied Piper of Hammond.
New Orleans was a city built on sand and water, quite literally, bisected by the mighty Mississippi. Most of the Crescent City sits at least 6 feet below sea level, on an average 7 to 10 feet. This fragile town has a rich geological history that its citizens have been fighting with since the day New Orleans was founded. Natural and man-made levees, distributaries, swamps, marshland, and Lake Pontchartrain, they've all played their part alongside the Mississippi River as nature's artillery in the 176 hurricanes that have hit the Louisiana coast since 1759. Of course, the worst one of those 176 was Hurricane Katrina, which struck New Orleans on August 29th, 2005. The storm flooded over 80% of the city and resulted in more than 1,500 deaths. Let's remember those lost souls and reflect on the struggle of this beautiful city living on borrowed time. As our very own Martina DaSilva sings On the Banks of the Old Pontchartrain.
I told him that I'd spend the rest
Then one day, a man put his hand on my arm, and I said I must go west again. I left him alone without saying goodbye on the banks of the old Pontchartrain. Tonight, as I sit here alone in my cell, I know that he's waiting in vain. I'm hoping and I'm hoping and I'm praying someday to return on the banks of the old Pontchartrain.
The incredible Ms. Martina DaSilva. And now a word from one of our sponsors.
On your marks, get ready, set, chew.
Ow! That's hot!
Woo-hoo-hoo-wee!
That hurts my mouth a lot, but I like it. I like pain.
Woo-wee! You're dang right it's hot. Your jaws are jib-jabbing and chewing away on my latest product, Jean Paul Jean's Cayenne Pepper Bubble Gumbo. Chewing gum ain't never had this much flavor, y'all. Go out and blow yourself a bubble bubba.
I can't! It hurts too much!
My lips are on fire!
That's what she said. Now here, give me that damn piece of gum, boy.
But I've been chewing this already.
Here, you can have my piece of gum, Jean-Paul Jean. I'm totally into that type of thing.
Don't matter to me. Give it I say, boy.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks, Annette. Now, my new Cayenne Pepper Bubble Gumbo lets you take in the taste of New Orleans wherever you go. I pack a lot of flavor to each little piece. Oh! Ooh, that's hot. Tell you what, I want to stick this piece on my forehead so I can keep speaking.
Told you so.
Don't sass me, woman. Now, I cram so many flavors in each piece of my bubble gumbo. Okra, crawdad, shrimp, blackened catfish, and enough cayenne pepper to light Lucifer's lamp wick. Woo-wee.
New John Paul Jean's Cayenne Pepper Bubble Gum Bo. A steaming, spicy pot of gumbo in every piece. Feel the burn and chew on some today.
Woo-wee.
Thank you. That concludes Act 1 of our program. Now would be a good opportunity to steady your nerves and second line your way to the bar for a tasty beverage, lovingly made by one of our trusted, beautiful, and sexy bartenders. Judging by what we have in store for you in Act 2, you may want to ask them to make it a particularly strong one. See you in a few minutes, folks. Welcome back, everyone. Everyone nice and comfy? Everyone have their drink glasses refilled? Oh, right on, okay. I knew I could count on all of you to do that. So, how about a big hand for our amazing staff here at the Slipper Room? We sure do love this place. And, as I mentioned, full glasses. I would like to make a request. May we, raise a glass to one of Fireside Mystery Theater's greatest influences and inspirations, an absolute favorite of mine, Mr. Edward Gorey. It was on this day in 1925 that the great artist was born. So happy birthday, Mr. Edward Gorey. For those of you who are joining us here in the audience, you can see I found another delightful excuse for my homage to Mr. Gorey. Cheers. I love wearing this thing. See how long it lasts. And dear Orlando, if you will, if everyone can see that, this is a haunting image of New Orleans Cemetery, a New Orleans cemetery that was featured in the article called Haunted New Orleans for a 1961 edition of Holiday Magazine. I'm not sure if that's still in print, but I love that this is a lovely, it's a haunting, glorified peek into a decidedly distinctive feature of the town's landscape, the town that we are honoring this evening. And it's a peek through an exceptionally extraordinary looking glass, that of Edward Gorey. Though he's admittedly a true Yankee through and through, his illustration gives one a sense of intimacy with a place that holds a fascination for so many of us. For our podcast listeners, fret not, you can find this image on our website, firesidemysterytheater.com. Thank you, Mr. Gorey. Your work still continues to sweeten all of our most delicious nightmares as we laugh in the face of fear. And thank you for a lovely segue into our second act, where we shall lead you by the hand, dear audience, as we dance among the crypts. Oh, there stands the glass. Fill it up to the brim till my troubles grow dim, sang the great Louisiana-born Webb Pierce. When it comes to our next tale, The Devil's Cut, we'll go ahead and pour you a double.
Carol, good sir.
Vernon, my boy, glad to see you could make it.
Been here for a bit now, but took a little doing to find you in this crowd. Swell party as always.
I'll tell George you said so. She's around here somewhere. She can't enjoy herself unless she's fussed at the waiters at least twice and moved the floral arrangements 10 times.
Oh, I can see over there on the veranda through the window there. Seems to be trapped in a corner by Ridley, that rascal.
Ah, let's go save her from our good pal and whatever nonsense he's up to tonight.
I'll meet you out there. I actually have a couple I'd really like you to meet. They're new to town, and I brought them with me. They're going to get a cocktail, one of your famed Sazeracs, I'm sure. Just moved in not too far away, actually. Chestnut and First.
Interesting. The old Oglethorpe place.
Now that's the one. I'll find them and come out to the veranda to introduce you and George. George. Looks like Carol got rid of old Rusty Ridley.
Vernon, darling. Oh, well, so wonderful to see you. Yes, Carol sent good riddance Ridley off to refresh our drinks.
George organizes the parties, and I save her from them. And, who do we have here? Are these our new neighbors?
Why, yes, indeed. George, Carol, I'd like you to meet some new folks in town. Beauregard and Delphine Devereaux. Beau and Delphine, these fine people whose fine party and fine house you are in, are Carrollton and Georgina Brevard.
Oh, well, please call us Carol and George. Everyone does. It is a rare but lovely occasion to see new faces in these parts.
It's a pleasure to meet you
A
both.
wonderful party. I hope you don't mind we arrived without an invitation.
Any invitation from Vernon is as good as an invitation from us.
Where is Ridley with those drinks? I hope he brings ice with him. I would love to make it through just one party this summer without sweating through my silk.
I'll go find him. Don't want to have our hosts without drinks at their own party.
I'll say. And all Ridley's good for these things is to fetch the cocktails.
Yeah.
Tell him he'll be out of a job and a social life if he doesn't step lightly.
I certainly will. I'll leave y'all to get acquainted.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, do you not have central air in your home?
Oh, heavens no. We wouldn't want to put the wind out of business now, would we, Carol?
George has been a skeeter in my ear about Central Air and all its benefits. If 3 generations of Brevards can get through in this house without it, then so can we.
Oh, well, Delphine, I do hope your husband is not as hard-headed as mine.
Thank the good Lord, no. I had him call the airman out to our place before the movers even stepped foot inside.
My Delphine gets what my Delphine wants.
Carol, are you listening to this? Because we have a genius in our presence, so you pay attention. This could be the start of a whole new belief system.
Well, that's dandy. Everyone should believe in something. I believe. I have another drink. Ah, just in time.
Oh.
Vernon, I thought Ridley was bringing those back.
Oh, you got distracted on the way back from the bar. Beulah Scott just arrived. I rescued your cocktails, though.
Speaking of drinks, I do believe this is the best Sazerac I ever had in my life. And I'm not ashamed to say I've had many. What's your secret?
Oh, the secret is Carol owns the biggest whiskey distillery this side of the Mason-Dixon.
Whiskey! Well, I knew I liked you folks.
Well, that's how we know Vernon. He manages the distillery we have on the West Bank.
He's only been with the company for about a year, but already I sent him around to all our other locations to train everyone up right. Best manager we've got in the whole Evil Spirits outfit.
Oh, shucks, Carol, that's mighty nice of you to say.
Evil spirits?
Now, I think I heard of that. That's the name of your company, isn't it? Now, that's downright clever.
Oh, evil spirits. I get it now. That's very clever.
Yes, that's our secret. New Orleans is full of spirits, good and bad. I just figured out how to bottle up all the evil ones. I consider it a public service. Speaking of public service, Vernon, get Ridley out of here. He is terrorizing every female that crosses this threshold. Poor Beulah's basically climbing up a magnolia to get rid of him.
Yes, sir. Consider it done. Bring another round of drinks, too.
So, how do you two know our Vernon, Beau and Dell? Okay, can I call you Dell?
Oh, sure. I suppose everyone around here gets a nickname whether they like it or not, don't they?
Well, my apologies, sugar. I didn't mean to offend.
Oh, I'm not offended. I just mean, this seems to be the sort of circle where you don't choose your own nickname. Take you and Carol. Woman's name for a man, man's name for a woman. Don't tell me you came up with those yourselves.
Well,
Our families gave us our nicknames. We are in the South, after all. I'm just happy to not be named Bubba.
Now, I think the excellent drinks and humidity are just getting us a little riled up. Right, Delphine? She didn't mean anything by it.
well, I'm sorry we don't have the miracle of central air yet, Delphine. You can use my fainting couch upstairs if you're feeling a tizzy coming on.
I think I need to refresh my drink. Bo, come with me?
Sure, of course. I won't turn down another one of those plated cocktails. Carol, I really do want to hear more about that bourbon when we get back.
What an infuriating piece of nouveau riche trash. You can just tell she thinks the sun comes up just to hear her crow. Thinks she's living in high cotton over in the Oglethorpe place with her cool air. Well, it's frozen her manners is what.
George, maybe you need to take a trip to the fainting couch.
I don't have a fainting couch. I was joking because Delphine obviously thinks we're old-fashioned ninnies with redneck nicknames. And what sort of name is Delphine? Beauregard and Delphine Devereaux? Oh my, you'd think they just sprung right out of Mississippi mud with names like that, but they're not around here. No. I don't like it and I don't buy it.
Please, darling, you're not feeling yourself. I'm sorry I let you get trapped with Ridley earlier.
Oh.
And it is mighty humid out tonight. No wonder you're off in a mood. Let's get you a tonic water with lots of ice, huh? Besides, I do like having new faces in this old crowd. Let's get to know them. Bo doesn't seem so bad. And, honey, I'll think about the central air.
Oh, Carol. You always know what to say to make me feel better.
More like I know what to buy. But whatever keeps you happy, Georgie. Now, if they're coming back this way. Let's be nice. Remember, we're hosting. Another Sazerac for you both, I see.
Now, we just can't get over how much better these taste than the other Sazerac we've ever had. I really do want to know your secret.
Well, I'll let Vernon tell you. Back from handling Ridley already, my boy?
Sure did. He's drunk as a cooter brown. So I just pointed him towards your front gate and said Beulah asked him to meet her at our nose. He went off like a flash. Not before I nabbed these cigars from his pocket. One for each of us.
I only see 3 cigars. There are 5 of us here.
George is just joking. George, you don't smoke cigars, and no lady should. Why don't you take Delphine on a tour of our home and the garden, and maybe pick up that tonic water with extra ice on the way?
Time for the little women to leave and let the big men talk business, eh, George? Let's go. I'd be delighted to see the house. I can already tell I'm going to need your decorator's number.
Yeah, I know when I'm not wanted. More than happy to give you decorating tips. Oh, that Oglethorpe place must be a disaster. It's been sitting empty for some time now. No one wanted to buy it.
George.
Right? Time for that ice.
George seems a little sensitive this evening, if you don't mind me saying so.
She'll be right as rain. Just been out on the veranda too long tonight. She loves to show off the house, so a stroll with Delphine will change her tune.
Now, let's hope our little hens don't peck each other's eyes out. Now, Carol, I'm holding you to telling me more about that delightful bourbon. Now, how long have you been in business?
Oh, my family's been in the liquor business for quite some time. I guess around 100 years or more.
No, Carol, why don't you tell Bo here about who your family was in business with? It's an interesting coincidence.
Yes, I guess you'd find out eventually. My father actually opened what is now our West Bank distillery with Everett Oglethorpe. That's before there was an evil spirits company.
You don't say. Now, I didn't realize he knew them quite so intimately. And here we are, new neighbors living in their old house.
Carol was quite close with Landon Oglethorpe, the last one of the Oglethorpes to live in New Orleans. 2 of them started Evil Spirits.
Yes, that's correct, Vernon. I didn't know you knew so much about the matter.
It's my job, sir, to know all about your company. That's what it takes to be a good manager.
Right you are, my boy. I grew up with Everett's son, Landon. We were thick as thieves, too, and when we got old enough, we struck out on our own. Our fathers were none too happy about it, but we had a vision for a new kind of bourbon. Looking back, I think our vision was a little blurred by sampling a little too much of our own goods. and the very strong mutual desire to not have our fathers as bosses watching our every move. That's how evil spirits came about. To think we started in the garden shed behind the Oglethorpe place, and now we have 5 distilleries between here and the Atlantic.
But what happened to the old Oglethorpe boy? I mean, Landon, I think you said his name was. We were told the old house was deserted for over 3 years.
I don't rightly know. Still hurts me to my core that he left town and abandoned his wife and boys. Just gone.
Some speculate he took his own life, but he's never been found. So we all assumed he ran off. His poor family had to leave their home and live with some distant relatives somewhere in New England.
That's right, Vernon. My, you did your research, didn't you? I shudder to think of Darla and her children living among the Yankees. One of our own sweet gardenias, sent off to live with rotten Northerners.
You don't like the North, do you?
And you do? I will fight the war of Northern aggression till the day I die. My own great-grandfather was killed in the Civil War by a Yankee.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Carol, I never asked you this, but why do you think Landon ran off from his family? I mean, you two were so close. Did you think there was another woman?
Oh, no, I don't think so. He loved Darla and all those boys. I hate to say it, but Landon always had a bit of a yellow streak. You see, we ran into some financial trouble with the company a few months before he disappeared. One of our distilleries got flooded, and we lost about a year's worth of profit from that location. And at the time, we just had 2. The remaining distillery couldn't produce enough to cover the losses and pay the bills. We landed in the hole and stayed there long enough for it to get pretty uncomfortable.
If I may pry, didn't the two of you have enough family money between your families to keep afloat without feeling the pinch?
Our fathers had passed away at that point, and it turned out they were still a little sore about having their sons start their own business rather than inherit the one they built. Separately, they had their wills drawn up, so once they died, their distillery would be sold, and the proceeds, along with most of their personal fortunes, would be given to charity. Didn't give a red cent to either of us or our families.
That's a shame. But if Landon really ran off, don't you think he would have come back now that evil spirits is booming? I mean, wouldn't he return to claim his share?
Oh, well, he doesn't have a share anymore. He was desperate for money, so he asked if I would buy him out. I pleaded with him to stick with me and see it through, but he said he couldn't. He was convinced we were cursed and were going against our father's wishes. He thought naming the company Evil Spirits had tempted the devil, and now we are paying the price. I had quite a bit of savings put together, so I bought him out for half the distillery's worth at the time, which wasn't much. He was broke in 6 months. I just didn't peg Landon for a coward to run off from your family like that.
Now that truly is a terrible story. Hey, here come our lovely wives. Let's not share the story with Delphine for now. She's so excited to be living here, and I wouldn't want to spoil it for her in any way.
Hello, gorgeous. You look a mighty bit cooler than when last time I saw you, George.
Just get me my air conditioner and I'll be happy as a pig in poof.
I've got to hand it to you, George. You are persistent. You got your hands full, Carol, don't you?
Oh, no. George keeps life interesting for me.
Well, I think I'm going to head home. It's been quite the party, Carol, and thank you to our lovely hostess, Joel.
I think we'll come with you, Vernon. George and Carol, we truly appreciate your hospitality. Thanks for the history lesson, Carol.
Oh, what history lesson?
Nothing, sweetheart. Just telling them about the neighborhood.
Thank you both. George, let's do lunch soon. Then maybe you can take me to that antique shop you were raving about.
Oh, yes, sure, I will. Well, I'd love to. Yes, well, goodbye now. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Carol, I'm gonna go see some other folks off. I want to catch Beulah and make sure she has someone to escort her home.
Hey, Bo. Can I have a quick moment before you go?
Sure. Vernon, Delphine, y'all go ahead. I'll catch up. Everything all right?
Oh, yes. I was, just wondering if you're really interested in the real secret of my bourbon.
Oh, yes, of course. But, hey, I have to go. It was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you again.
Wait a second. Just listen. Meet me at Lafayette Cemetery number 1 tomorrow night, 2 a.m. at the corner of Printana and Washington.
Carol, well, now we've just met. You don't need me to tell you any secrets. I feel like I've asked you too much already tonight.
Bo, you want to know this secret. Just promise to not tell anyone where you're going, and do not bring anyone with you. I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, then. I'll think about it. Have a good night, and thank George again for me. I think she and Delphine will be good friends. Eventually.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I don't know why I'm here. Well, yes, I do. I gotta know more about those Sazeracs that you have are so good.
You sure the evil spirits didn't guide you here? They do my bidding, you know. Lighten up, old sport. I'm just joking. Now follow me and help me get this ladder situated.
Wait. We're going into the cemetery? Now, I'm not superstitious, but this doesn't seem like a good idea.
Are you in or out? I hope that the Oglethorpe house hasn't turned you into a coward, too. Seems to have that effect.
Okay, let's go. Quickly, I can't imagine that it would go well for either of us if we were caught.
Attaboy. Now, help me get this ladder anchored to the wall here. All right. Follow me up. I'll see you on the other side.
Other side of the wall, I hope.
There's that sense of humor I knew you had.
I'm getting too old for this. How do I get down?
Just drop down. The ground is soft. You'll be fine.
I'm definitely too old to be doing this. Now what?
Follow me. Stay close.
Oh, this place is huge.
Then be quiet.
I've never seen a cemetery like this.
They're above ground graves. Now, shh. We're almost there. Ah. Here it is.
What's the meaning of this? I tell you, old man, this is some sort of sick joke.
Lola, your voice. Stand aside. Follow me.
No, I am not following you into a crypt. Especially not a crypt with the name Oglethorpe engraved into it. This is not funny. That family is obviously cursed, and it's enough to have to live in their house.
Tell me, how do you plan on getting out of here? The gates are locked. I don't have a ladder on this side. Think you can last the night in the cemetery until they come open the gates in the morning? That's what I thought. Now, come on.
No, there aren't dead bodies in here, are there?
Not anymore. Well, maybe a little bone dust.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
Stop it! Follow me. There's a set of steps in the back corner here. I only have one candle, so stay close. Don't get spooked again, okay?
Where are we? This place really opens up down here. Hey, how can this even exist? I thought you couldn't build basements and cellars in New Orleans.
Oh, apparently you can. Right here, anyway. This place has been around longer than I've been alive. Landon and I found it when we were boys. We were both about 10 years old.
Spend a lot of time playing in cemeteries, did you?
Not at all. There's an underground passageway between the Oglethorpe house and here.
But I never. How could I not?
Only Landon and I knew about it. Well, we were the only ones alive who knew about it. We never figured out what it might have been used for. We speculated it might have been part of the Underground Railroad. I'll show you. It's how we're going to get out of here. But first, the reason why we're here. Turn around.
Are those whiskey barrels?
They sure are. Evil Spirit's special small batch Devil's Cut bourbon.
Devil's Cut? Is that how you're labeling it?
I'm not labeling it at all. This is for a very special, very private clientele. And for my personal Sazerac recipe, of course. I can't sell it through usual means. There are some unorthodox aging processes I use for this particular bourbon. You see, any distiller can tell you the plight of the Devil's Cut and the Angel's Share.
I've never heard of that.
As whiskey ages, it is victim to evaporation just like any other liquid. That's the Angel's Share. Once it's in the barrel, a certain amount of whiskey soaks into the wood. That's the Devil's Cut.
So how's this bourbon different from the bourbons you make in your commercial distilleries?
I figured out how to cheat the devil. Yes, sir. It was all unintentional, but I found out a way to take the Devil's Cut back.
And that would be?
Bo, good sir, I can tell you're a little squeamish, but you came for the secret, and I'm going to tell you. But first, I have a deal to strike with you. I'm willing to give you a percentage of the profit from my special Devil's Cut bourbon if I can continue to use the passage that leads to and from your house.
Well, that's awful generous of you.
It's not generosity. It's been quite a hassle getting in and out of here to tend to business since you and Delphine moved into the Oglethorpe place. You saw I'm not so spry on a ladder these days, and you wouldn't have to do a thing. Just let me in and out of your home so I can go to the tunnel.
Well, I want to hear what you have to say first, that you think will make me squeamish.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, it was a fluke, a mistake that led to this unique aging process. As you already know, we're in a cemetery.
Yes.
And what does a cemetery have plenty of?
Oh, God. Don't tell me this involves dead bodies.
In part. You see, this cemetery has housed bodies for so long, and there's so little space in some of these old family crypts. When it was time to lay someone new to rest, the family would take the old bones occupying valuable real estate and just throw them into the back of the vaults. I'm not trying to shock you. That's just what happened. Eventually, these bones turned to dust.
Uh-huh. And?
The first batch of whiskey Landon and I aged in here was done the old-fashioned, regular way. We were planning to make some special 12-year bourbon, and we didn't have the space, at the time, for barrels to be sitting around for 12 years. Then, we remembered this vault in the passageway.
You've been doing this since Landon was around and he was your business partner?
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, it was the beginning of the end for Landon. About 2 years after we brought the barrels down here for aging, that's when we had the flood in our bigger distillery. Like I said, we started going into debt, big debt. We no longer had the luxury of time. So we emptied and bottled the bourbon we had down here. It was younger than we would typically bottle, but we were desperate. So we left the emptied barrels down here. Next time we came back, about a month later, the barrels were covered in dust, inside and out, but there was liquid in the bottom of each one. It looked and tasted like very strong bourbon, but different. Better, more depth, more layers. There are about 2 gallons per barrel, which isn't much if you do the math. Not even 0.5% of a whiskey barrel's volume.
Was the dust?
Sorry to tell you, old boy, the dust from the ground-up bones of the dead that cover this cemetery. And it turns out that is what drew out the Devil's Cut from the barrels. I experimented and blended it with our 2-year-old barley bourbon, and it made something very special. I've been making it ever since. My Devil's Cut bourbon makes me more money than all my other legitimate spirit sales combined. People pay top dollar for just a fifth. And for being part of a special club.
But if they knew, I drank this bourbon all night long at your house last night, and it's filled with the bones of the dead. I think I'm going to be sick.
Landon couldn't stomach it either, the good fella. He thought it was irreverent, indecent, unsanitary. It's just a little dust. He couldn't get over it, even though it was the only thing that was going to save him from destitution. That's when he asked to be bought out, and when he ran out of money. He tried to blackmail me and threaten our special customers that I'd spent so long curating. It's what made our black market bourbon so special. Not only that, he threatened to tell everyone what I was doing and how I was doing it if I didn't give him money. I would have been finished, just like him. But I am not a man to be blackmailed, not by anyone, but especially not by a man who claimed to be a brother to me.
You killed him! I knew it was you. It never added up. I had Darla tell me again and again what happened, and she was convinced that Landon ran out on her, and after shame of leaving him penniless...
Wait, what's happening here? What's the meaning of this? Your accent. You sound just like...
My name isn't Beauregard Devereaux. It's Robert Oglethorpe, of the Yankee Oglethorpes. Darla and the boys came to live with me and my wife after Landon mysteriously disappeared. Where is he? Is he alive? Or did you kill him like I thought?
Calm down, old boy. Can't we come to an understanding? You can stand to make a lot of money here. Landon was a coward, like I said. He wasn't willing to get his hands a little dirty to take care of his family, and it's despicable. He deserved what came to him. Don't make the same mistake he did. You can make things better for Darla.
I thought you didn't like blackmail, Carol.
Oh! Oh, you shot me in the foot! Come on, Robert, whatever. I think you're being very hasty here. I was really starting to like you, and you go and shoot me. That's not nice. It's not neighborly.
You're lucky I didn't kill you. You know, your trusted manager, Vernon? We sent him down here a year ago to spy on you, to figure out what happened to Landon. He got to know your high society friends and all the gossip, which didn't amount to much. Tell me now, where is he? Where's Landon?
Oh, old Vernon. You know, that's a shame. He really was the best manager I had.
Tell me where Landon is.
Landon is waiting for his bones to turn to dust. For a special founder's edition of our Devil's Cut bourbon. His body is in that barrel behind you.
Go to hell, you redneck scoundrel. There's no cheating the devil.
Oh! Better dead in hell than living as a dirty Yankee like you.
Good riddance.
Oh. I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland I take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away, away, away down south. In Dixie. Away, away.
I want to tell you a story. I met a Memphis woman and I followed her south. Down the river by Baton Rouge, by Old Man River's mouth. We came for the spice, we came for the sound. She stayed for the nights, and I stayed to haunt this town. Down on the bayou, you can't keep a dead man down. We married much too young, she never settled down. And I found out the hard way when I heard that shotgun sound. Down on the bayou, a new man shot me down. And I watched the blood flood from my body back to the ground. I watched him drop my heart down, 6 feet down into the bayou, New Orleans town. You better run if you can, madame, but you can't keep a dead man down. Undead, I lay my head on a bed of forgotten sin. And I watch men dam the river, and I watch God damn the men. Yeah, 15 years of drowning in this grave they drop me in. But when those levees fall me back to 6 feet tall again, well, I'll be walking for that widow and that brand new man she found. When the devils rain on the Poncha train, the dead men take the ground. Down on the bayou, you can't keep a dead man down. Down in New Orleans, you can't keep a dead man down. So head west from here, and when you see the river, take it south. On down past Baton Rouge by Old Man River's mouth. You won't find my woman, but just spread what I said around. You should have drugged me up to Memphis and buried me in the ground. 'Cause down in the bayou, you can't keep a dead man down.
That was our very special and very sexy and lovely musical guest, Mr. Andrew Hammond, with his original composition, You Can't Keep a Dead Man Down. Written especially for our show. Can we give him another hand, please? Wherever he went. And now, folks, for the final stop on tonight's Moonlight Ghost Tour at New Orleans, we'll pay a visit and our respects to a lonely, little out-of-the-way place called the Chapel at St. Roch.
Wait, bloody hell, come back! Come back!
Too late, Roger. Taxi's gone.
My phone, I left my mobile in there. Oh,
Roger, again. This is the 4th phone you lost in 3 months. Can't I take you anywhere?
Roger, if you want to continue to tag along with us, you'll need to worry about that later. We've work to do here.
You call this work? I wish I had such a job being sent around the world by BBC Radio to record the sounds of things you ought to take videos of.
Why did I bring my husband on this trip? Roger, stop being so wound up over your bloody phone. We'll get you another one when we get home.
What are we actually going to see in New Orleans? All these grotesque cemeteries.
That's what they sent Geraldine and me to cover. The cemeteries of New Orleans. Look, Roger, I told you we have a day off tomorrow. We'll do the town up proper tomorrow night, French Quarter and all.
Or you can just split away from us now and go about exploring the city yourself.
But that's just rather pathetic, isn't it? Going to some far-off place and just wandering around by yourself. I don't know anyone here. It's kind of like dining alone in a restaurant like some sad old geezer with wobbly jowls. I can't do it. Could you?
And you'll just have to be patient, dear, and behave yourself. Stay out of the way. Especially while we're in the middle of recording.
Cemeteries on the radio. What a load of crap. And a waste of public funds. What are they going to do? Excuse me, dead person. Can you describe your current surroundings for the folks at home?
Please. Enough, Roger.
I think perhaps we should begin recording. Our guide isn't here yet.
Yeah, good idea. Let's make some use of our time, why don't we?
Or maybe we should start by snapping a few photos for the website. It's starting to get a little late in the day.
Yeah, take some now. Those front gates are so striking.
Yeah, very Gothic indeed.
And when you pan 180 degrees from the cemetery gates, what a stark change.
Nice.
Go from old French to contemporary Southern Gothic in one turn of the head.
Well, let's make a note of that when we record. I have my mic ready. Are you getting any levels?
Yeah. Rolling, Geraldine, go on.
All right. Sunday, 22nd February 2012, BBC Radio 4. The Cemeteries of New Orleans. Day 3, St. Roch Cemetery.
Hey there! You the BBC? Cool.
I told you, Shug.
Oi! Oi, they're recording, you know. You just interrupted them.
Oh, no, I feel terrible.
Roger, be polite. They didn't mean it.
Seriously, if that was me, you would have me head.
It's all right. No harm done. Yes, we're with BBC Radio. We're doing a piece on wonderful cemeteries of your city. I'm Emily, the producer, and this is Geraldine Bennett, our reporter.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Phil, and this here's my girl Jolly.
We live right here, right across the street.
We're sorry to interrupt you. We'll let you get back to your business.
No, please. This may be a happy accident after all. You live across the street in one of those old houses.
Yep, that's us right there.
The pink house.
Are we still rolling them?
Yes.
Let's ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. You could end up on BBC Radio.
Oh, exciting.
Sure, what you want to know?
Well, tell us about what it's like to live so close to such a beautiful cemetery.
Oh, well, we've lived here so long, we hardly see it as such a big thing. Hey, Shug.
Yeah?
You got another cig you can give me?
Oh, come on, honey. They're not going to want to let you smoke a cigarette in front of them. Have a little class.
Oh, well, I know I wasn't going to smoke it just now.
Now, we only have 5 more left in the pack. That's all we can afford till the rest of the day.
Well, Phil, Jolly, our tour guide seems to be running late. He was supposed to meet us here by now. Perhaps you can be of some help to us. I trust you, too, to be something of authorities on St. Roch Cemetery, since you live so close.
Well, sure. What do you want to know?
Just tell us a little bit about it. Don't overthink it.
Well, here in New Orleans, they bury the dead above ground, so if there's ever a flood, the corpses won't wash out into the streets. Oh, some also say that we bury our dead above ground so they'd be a little closer to heaven.
Yes, well, we established that fact on our earlier visits to St. Louis I and St. Louis II, as well as Metairie.
Oh, I see. So you're the regular expert by now.
Well, I wouldn't. I would hardly make such a claim, but can you tell me something that sets this place apart from the other cemeteries in New Orleans?
Well, you know, this place, it's special, all right. I mean, everything else around it just seems to decay and die, but it never really changes. It looks so bright and white and strong, while everything around it looks, I don't know, dirty?
Now, even Hurricane Katrina spared this place. Vandals don't go in there. It's safer in here, I suppose, than out there. At least in the daytime. In
the daytime?
The ghost tours don't even stop here. Not at night.
So you believe this place to be haunted?
What place in New Orleans isn't haunted? Nah, that's all nonsense anyway.
Oh, don't mind him. He's just trying to scare you.
Okay, let me try to answer your question. Seriously. What makes St. Roch different? Well, there's Mr. St. Roch himself, patron saint of good health, the healer.
Yes.
Yeah, the cemetery is pretty much like the other ones in a lot of ways, if you ask me. But the thing that makes it different is the chapel.
Yeah, maybe check out the chapel when you're there.
Well, maybe. So you said maybe check it out?
Yeah, well, it's going to be getting dark soon. Check it out before they close the place, he means.
Yeah, it closes at sundown.
Where is that guide of ours?
Is there any way we can ring him?
I only have his email, no telephone.
Oh, I suppose you blame that on me, too.
Shut it.
How about this? Phil, Jolly, would you be so kind as to act as our guides through the cemetery?
No, I don't think we could do that. You see, this place ain't going to be open much longer.
Oh, well, we just need about a half an hour in there. That should be plenty of time.
Oh, I wish we could, but Phil has to drive me to work.
Yeah. You see, she works at the UPS hub down the road by the airport. You probably got to start making tracks, I suppose. But thank you
Thank you for the offer.
Oh, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, good luck with your radio show.
Oh, take care.
So that's what American country bumpkins look like up close.
Roger, please.
Did you see those hairstyles? They're completely stuck in some horrible 80s Sylvester Stallone film. And how awful they smell. God, stale cigarettes and cheap booze mixed with God knows what.
Did you notice that?
Notice what?
The looks on their faces.
Not especially.
They were frightened. Quite frightened. Frightened when I suggested they come in.
Are you afraid to enter St. Rock as well?
No, of course not. I just find it interesting and fascinating how deep some of these old superstitions run with the locals in New Orleans. It's not the first time we've encountered such a thing, you know.
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't we all make a claim that we saw a ghost and then it chased us out of the graveyard so we can liberate ourselves from this morbid misadventure?
Roger, I'm just about ready to bury you here as well. Twit.
Come on now, don't come back and cover this horrible place tomorrow. The only Sazerac I've had was in the airport bar, and I know that there has to be better examples out there. I mean, it's the first time for all of us in New Orleans, and all we can do is keep company to a bunch of crusty cadavers.
Forgive me, I'm going to have to be quite direct with your husband. For the 100th time, we are here to work. Either you shut your gaping gob or I will put you on a bus back to the airport. I'm absolutely serious. Let's use what time we have left here and be done with this part of the assignment. We should have enough time to explore St. Rock quickly. Who knows, maybe our guide will show up.
Perhaps there's a caretaker we can hunt down. Oh, hell!
What's wrong,
I just realised I forgot to get release form signatures from Jolly and what's his name.
Oh, no matter. I don't think there was anything too usable in our exchange. Let's press on, yeah?
No.
The Gothic letters sculpted in the entrance of the black wrought iron gates read, St. Roque's Campo Santo.
That means Holy Country, if my Spanish is correct.
As I walk inside, I notice that this particular city of the dead manages to be both miniature and, in its own way, quite epic. The bold white stonework and sculptures of the above-ground tombs cast a powerful contrast against a dramatic but cloudless sky. You like that, Em?
Very nice, Geraldine. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Now, if we can only find someone to talk to... Roger? Where is that man? I swear I'm going to do him in. Roger!
Oh, I saw him a moment ago. He slipped behind that giant heap of...
Oh! Roger! Where are you?
Oh, my God! Ah!
Roger!
Roger, are you all right?
Well, there he goes! There he goes! I see him. He just ran out the front entrance. Oh, for the love of... He's taking the piece, Em. He's trying to get us to leave early with him.
You think? He sounded genuinely frightened.
Look, I guarantee he'll come back here in a few minutes once he's seen we haven't followed him. Oh, just let him be.
But it's a bit of a dangerous neighbourhood, isn't it? That's what the taxi driver told us, remember?
Em, if you disrupt this assignment again on his behalf, you and I are going to be in a very unpleasant situation.
I'm so sorry, Geraldine. I'm so embarrassed. I promise never to invite him along where work is concerned ever again. First and last time.
All right, then. Let's not waste any more time. There's the famous chapel everyone talks about. Let's just make our way there then, all right?
All right.
Here we stand in the glorious chapel here in the cemetery at St. Roque. It is a wonder to see, brilliantly white and shining, but also in a state of decay. And on closer examination, the lighter hues reveal dark, yellowing shadows. And here at the altar we can see a painted wood, or is it plaster, an effigy of St. Roque himself. A dog is seated by his right side. Take a few shots.
Oh, yeah, just about to do just that, yeah. Oh, dear. I stepped on something.
Oh, Lord. There that is.
What did I just step on there?
Oh, yes, that's mine. Now, you be careful there, young sir. That one's glass.
This? This is yours?
Oh, it looks like a glass eye.
Ah, yes, that's what that is.
Oh, are we glad to see you? Are you the caretaker, the groundskeeper by any chance?
No, say nothing like that. I'll come here just like everybody else.
You've come to mourn someone?
No.
I'm sorry, sir.
No. I come here as a pilgrim. A pilgrim expressing his gratitude.
Gratitude.
This here's the Blessed Chapel of Saint Roch. That patron saint of good health. People come from all over to be cured by them healing powers of his. That's why I brought this here eye, to leave as an ex voto to the saint, as gratitude.
Well, I'm so sorry I crushed your glass eye, sir.
Where do you leave these ex votos, as you call them?
Why, in that little room over there, over to the side. That's where everybody leave them. As tribute, as gratitude.
You mean you lost an eye?
Yes.
But it looks like you've got both your eyes, sir.
Oh, why, yes, that's right. I do. Now I do.
I am sorry, sir, but I'm a bit confused. Why are you bringing a glass eye here to the chapel?
Saint Roch, ma'am. He killed me. I lost my right eye here on that accident. But I come here skeptical just like so many others. A non-believer. And don't you know what happened? My eye. Oh, it gone grew back, see?
Are you about to go into that side room right now?
I surely was. But that old glass eye of mine, the one I was going to leave for St. Roch. Well, it's kind of damaged now. Are you waiting to go on in there, sir?
Well, we were,
Oh, then please, you go on in first. I'll wait here till you're finished. I ain't in no kind of hurry.
Well, thank you, sir. We won't be long in there.
All right, it's that little arched doorway to the right there, sir.
Thank you. Follow me, Geraldine.
The smell!
Oh, God. Oh, I know. It's
overpowering.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I don't like the feeling I'm getting here at all.
Fascinating. The colour paint on the walls, the sugar-coloured paint on the walls, it's chipping everywhere. The signs of neglect are almost as eerie and chilling as the sight of the ex-votos scattered about. Artificial limbs and old leg braces gently swing on hooks and rusted nails. Crutches and old bones and teeth are littered about without any sense of order. Some things are covered in the dust of many years. Others look brand new. And over here, this figure...
Oh my. It's horrible.
Another wooden sculpture. It's chipped. Painted colours faded from years of sunlight. Despite the sickly yellow pallor of the thin face, it appears to be a likeness of the Virgin Mary. But resting in its left hand is a flat, round porcelain dish. In the middle of the dish are 2 human eyes torn from their sockets.
Geraldine, I'm sorry. I'm starting to feel quite sick.
That's all right. Give me the camera then. I'm going to take a few pictures. In the meantime... Oh, try to get a release form signed by the gentleman we just spoke to.
Yeah, good idea. Here's camera.
Thanks.
Sir? Hello? Sir? You still here? It looks like he's gone, Geraldine. I think we need to get going soon. I'm sure they're going to be closing this place up in a little while. It's starting to get a little dark in here.
Oh, Em, what's wrong? Oh, you're trembling. Poor dear. What's wrong?
St. Rock!
Wait, what, the statue?
It blinked! It blinked!
What? Oh, are you sure now? I'm sure there's a rational explanation for it. There seems to be...
I'm scared, Geraldine. I'm sure I saw it.
Darling, it's all nerves. I'm sure we've been hanging around cemeteries for a bit too long, I think.
Look, it's not there anymore.
Wait, what's not there?
Look, don't you remember, sitting beside St. Rock, there was a dog. It was there before, you know it was.
Oh, it does appear to be gone. Again, darling, it's perfectly within the realms of explanation. Oh my, where is that sound coming from?
No! I feel it. It's getting closer. It's getting closer to us. What do you think?
I think we had quite a scare.
That much is obvious.
Well, that's to be an explanation just the same.
We ran like rats, we both did.
Someone was behind all this.
You won't like what I'm thinking.
And what are you thinking then, my dear?
I've been many places, many kinds of places all over the world. I never felt anything like that. Not ever. Oh, and I'm worried sick about Roger. Where is he?
Well, can't you ring him? Oh, yes, I forgot. He lost his mobile.
And he doesn't remember my phone number. Who does, anyway? I just hope he knows how to find our hotel. Oh, Roger, you're safe. Come here, my darling. I'm so sorry. I was wretched to you. Roger?
What's wrong? You look awful. What happened to you at St. Rock? Why did you run away like that?
Roger, you're bleeding. Where'd you get all these scratches on your arm?
We need to leave. We need to leave as soon as possible.
Roger, calm down. Just try and calm down.
What I saw in the graveyard. What if it followed me here? I can.
Roger! It's all right, love.
I almost got me into. Please don't let it get me, Em. Please don't let it get me.
Roger!
Is he asleep now?
Yeah. Gave him extra sedative.
Well, if you're hungry, we can order in some room service.
I'm not hungry.
Well, neither am I, to be completely honest. Know what I think we should do? What may help us now?
What?
Well, let's play back the recordings.
Do we have to?
Well, we need to figure this thing out. The recordings, I'm sure, can help us find some answers.
I don't think I can handle it at this moment, Geraldine.
Remember, we still have a show to produce. Deadlines to answer to. Here, look, I've connected the recorder to the laptop. Let's just have a listen.
Please.
Okay, here's the latest section. This would be around the time we spoke to that old man in the chapel, the chap with the glass eye. Oh, here.
Oh, are we glad to see you? Are you the
caretaker, the groundskeeper, by any chance?
You've come to mourn someone. I'm sorry, sir.
Gratitude?
Well, I'm so sorry to have crushed your glass eye, sir.
Where do you leave these ex-votos, as you call them?
My God. Don't tell me. There's no voices on this recording but our own.
And now, a sinister serenade of old New Orleans offered to us by the great Ms. Martina DaSilva.
Is a house down in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor girls and me. Oh God, I'm one. Oh, tell my baby sister not to do what I have done. Please shine that house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run. I'm going back to end my life beneath the rising sun. Beneath the rising, beneath the rising sun.
Thank you, Ms. Martina DaSilva. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. I love you too. I would like to wax lyrical in closing eulogy for this evening in honor of that fragile city that so bemuses and beguiles us with a poem by Cajun Creole and New Orleans native, a poet, essayist, and professor, Cheryl St. Germain. It's called Going Home, New Orleans, and it's from her collection, Let It Be a Dark Rue. Some slow evenings when the light hangs late and stubborn in the sky, gives itself up to darkness slowly and deliberately, slow cloud after slow cloud, slowness enters me like something familiar, and it feels like going home. It's all there in the disappearing light, all the evenings of slow sky and slow loving, slow boats on sluggish bayous, the thick middled streets with the slow sounding names: oak, mimosa, pecan, magnolia. The slow tree sap that sticks in your hair when you lie with the trees, and the maple syrup and pancakes and grits, the butter melting slowly into and down the sides like sweat between breasts of slow-eyed strippers, and the slow-throated blues that floats over the city like fog, and the weeping, the willows, the cut onions, the cayenne, the slow cooking beans with marrow, thick gravy, and all the mint juleps drunk so slowly on all the slow southern porches. The bourbon and sugar and mint going down warm and brown, syrup and slow, and all the ice cubes melting in all the iced teas, and all the slow-faced people sitting in all the slowly rocking rockers, and the crabs and the shrimp and crawfish, the hard shells slowly and deliberately and lovingly removed, the delicate flesh slowly sucked out of heads and legs and tails, and the slow lips that eat and drink and love and speak that slow, luxurious language, savoring each word like a long-missed lover. And the slow-moving nuns, the black habits dragging the swollen ground, and the slow river that cradles it all, and the chicory coffee that cuts through it all, slow-boiled and black as dirt, and the slow dreams and the slow healing wounds, and the slow smoke of it all, slipping out, ballooning into the sky, slow, deliberate, and magnificent. Thank you for the indulgence. That concludes tonight's program, my darlings. We do hope that you enjoyed it. Let's have a huge hand for our amazing cast. Ms. Courtenay Cholovich, Mr. James Rieser, Ms. Annabelle Rollison, Mr. Michael Pate, Mr. Eirik Davey-Gislason, and Mr. Daniel Graves. Our otherworldly musical score was improvised and performed by the magnificent, mighty piano warrior, Mr. Steve Blanco. That ghostly singing voice that you heard was our very own Ms. Martina DaSilva. And our super amazing, wonderful special musical guest, Mr. Andrew Hammond. Our theme music is by BAFTA award-winning composer Mr. Jason Graves. Find more information about Jason at jasongraves.com. Special thanks to our amazing technical director this evening, Mr. Orlando Rueda. And the most warm, welcoming, hospitable, and beautiful staff here at the Slipper Room. Some more special thanks to our friends at the Astonishing Legends podcast. Give them a listen. They're pretty cool. And also to the folks at PromoteHorror.com. Follow them all to learn about things new in the world of horror entertainment. I should also mention that the stunning jewelry that adorns my lovely neck tonight, my ears, and my wrist was custom made by Fifth and Maiden. Find her lovely shop at StoreEnvy.com. We return to the Slipper Room Sunday, March 29th for our annual Irish Ghost Story Show. Terrors of a decidedly greener hue await you. Tickets on sale now at slipperroom.com. For all things Fireside, including links to our celebrated podcast and show listings and lots of other fun stuff, pretty pictures of all of us, simply go to firesidemysterytheater.com. You can also find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Keep playing, please. Thank you. We're loads of fun to follow. Like us, subscribe to us, give us a rating and review. We truly appreciate it. Thank you to our amazing... I did forget someone who is absolutely integral to the work that we do, and that is, I skipped a line. It's our production sound designer, our amazing Mr. Greg Russ. Forgive me, Greg.
Before we go any further, one quick special shout out to Miss Ali Silva, whose birthday is coming up soon. Tomorrow. Buy her a drink. Wish her a happy birthday after the show.
I won't say no. This is me. This is your Ali Silva. And I hope that daring Delta drum beat, those sweet, sinful Mardi Gras rhythms, keep your mind, body, heart, and spirit all a-quiver as you catch that last cable car home and amble down that sultry street. Let that Spanish moss tickle your ears and your shoulders. Just pause to listen to the wind that sounds suspiciously like voices of yesteryear. But don't linger too long, sugars, for that great city of New Orleans will always warn you to mind its shadows. Good night and thank you. I'll let you speak now. I'm sorry. I'm apparently forgetting some cues. Thank you.
It's that birthday forgetfulness that we're all very... We know what that is, right?
Thank you. Our show. You know that thing? It was written by Mr. Silbin Sandovar. Gus Rodriguez, our John Paul Jean, and Mrs. Rebecca Graves. Apparently, I also forgot it was produced by us. Myself, Mr. Daniel Graves, Mrs. Rebecca Graves, and Mr. Gustavo Rodriguez. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for listening to Fireside Mystery Theater. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast and please rate and review us on iTunes. For live show dates, please visit our website at firesidemysterytheater.com. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, be sure to mind the shadows.